Welcome to BoutOnline.com, your one-stop shop for the hottest hip-hop edutainment. Bringing you the dopest, no-limit interviews, hip-hop legends, reviews, views, news, and more. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content. Peace, family. So we're back this week with some new hip-hop updates, and we're joined once again by the Don Los Angeles. What's good with you, player?
From the Himalaya. Shit, maxing and chilling, man. Chilling in Vegas right Vegas right now.
Okay.
So, chilling in Vegas.
Well, you know, speaking of LA, we got the game who's been blowing it up in the hip-hop news for the hip-hop community. You know, one of the first things that we see this week was apparently he responded to a shot from 50 Cent, or he seemingly took a shot at 50 Cent in an Instagram post and saying, you know, the last time you did this with me, G Unit Clothing got put in a casket with the entire group, and you went into television. I like power and ish, leave it alone. I'm back outside. So Game definitely, you know, letting his voice heard and celebrate that back outside. Recently, he was on the Drink Champs with an interview where he spoke on a lot of things, including saying that he feel as though he up for the challenge with Eminem in the Verzuz battle. So let's check out some of this, and then we're gonna get into some conversation with it.
Hanging upside down. I saw Mary. I had one problem with the Super Bowl. One. You want to know what it is?
Yes.
Eminem stepped on the Compton courthouse and it broke. You wouldn't know unless you've been in the Compton courthouse, or you came out of the Compton courthouse, or your mother was in the Compton courthouse fighting for custody of you like me, or you seen your niggas get sentenced to life in the Compton courthouse. Then it wouldn't have meant nothing to you, but it meant something to me.
Wow.
Hey, look, man, Eminem is Eminem, and I like Eminem. He's one of the fucking good MCs, great MCs. He raps fella, you know what I'm saying? Ficky. You do all that shit, Eminem. And I used to think Eminem was better than me.
What you saying right now?
He's not. Challenge. Hey, challenge it.
Game, you don't want to go versus against
Yes,
Eminem.
I do. What do you mean? Yeah, I do. The fuck you mean? So what you trying to say? Hey, let's just say what you're trying to say. You trying to say that I don't want to head up fade with the white man?
No, I just want to stay on some drama. That's all.
Hey, it's not drama. You know what this is?
Not drama.
Can I tell you what it is?
Yeah.
So you know how deep I go?
Yeah.
It's the bridge is over. The bridge is over. I'm not doing that. I'm saying
it's that same vibe.
Look. Hey, yo.
That competitiveness.
No, bro. When Floyd get in the ring in with his opponent.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to pause some of that there. So you can hear from some of that clip there, you know, the Game saying right there that he feel that, you know, he up for the challenge. What you think of that? And then you catch the rest of this interview.
I can see if he wasn't dope. Dude is dope as fuck. So it'd be very interesting. You know, a lot of this shit is ego. You know, a lot of it is ego. But he did make a point. What? You gonna have me scared to go against the white man? You know what I'm saying? Even though it don't have nothing to do with race. Dope is dope. You're a lyricist. You're prolific. It is what it is. But I think big up to that nigga Game though. That nigga Game. I told you maybe like about 6 months ago, I spoke to him and shit. Reached out to him, nigga contacted me back and shit. Big up to Game. He's dope. You could tell that on Drink Champs. You know, Nori and them, they got some shit with they shit because, you know, they got the Smoke Champs and they got the Drink Champs and all that shit. But I feel like, you know, when you drink alcohol, the truth will come out. Truth is going to come out. That's for sure. And you can tell during that interview that Game did that they was getting a little sauced and the real shit was coming out. You feel what I'm saying? But he did make a lot of valid points and he spoke with maturity. You know what I'm saying? So big up to that nigga Game.
He touched on a lot of things. So, you know, before we get back into some of it, like from a skill level, so what do you feel? You know, do you feel it from a skill MC level that Game could hold the torch to Eminem, so to speak?
Good. He could. Very possible. You know, they got different styles. He got different styles, even though you can understand everything that Eminem is saying. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I think the Game could give Eminem a run for his money.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's something that sometimes we do look at it. Well, it comes to certain MCs, like I think it should be like that, where every MC should hold their pen game quite high and feel as though they kind of up for any sort of challenge, or so to speak. I think a lot of people get scared when Eminem mentioned this stuff. We see recently, I think Dre put the challenge out or something and said, who could go against Eminem versus. We did see something on social media. I don't know how accurate it was with Twister in a response showing that, hey, I could do this fast double time and triple time and quadruple time and all that time stuff too. So hearing Game say this is quite bold. Do you think it's like a publicity stunt? Some people say that maybe him hanging around Ye has definitely given him a cause to be a lot more vocal in the media as of recent.
I mean, at the end of the day, all the people that's fearful of Eminem, people that's not lyricists, people that's not fully on top of their craft. Now that doesn't take away from Eminem. It's dope as fuck. In a heated battle, but at the same time, what could you look at? He don't know you. If it's a real battle, you're gonna take time to study your opponent. You're gonna take time to see what their weaknesses is, what their strengths are, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Game is on it, especially if you give a person time, just like a boxer, just like he said, like Mayweather. Mayweather, he trains. He doesn't train as much as he feel like he has to on certain opponents. On certain opponents, he studies their weaknesses. Canelo, all the rest of them, he studied they shit. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what their weaknesses are and their strengths are. Just like it would be in a battle of the word. The difference is that how could you really how far are you really gonna go against Eminem? Okay, you white. What can you really say about him? Your mama, all the shit that he just said, just like in the movie, all the shit that you possibly can say about him, he already done said it. For real.
No doubt. So let's get back into some more about the Game had to say in this interview, because he had some choice words in regards to Dr. Dre. I guess in his career in some aspect, saying he feels as though his time recently with Ye has been more beneficial to his career in 2 weeks than his tenure with Aftermath and Interscope, which he spoke out in the past, saying that it feels like his career with them has been like slavery and stuff like that. But that was in a different interview. But let's check out some more of this.
So you saying you want that smoke with Eminem one-on-one?
No. Hey, look. I want it because again, James, look up. James Cruz, look up. Yeah. I'm not saying I want smoke with Eminem.
Well,
I'm saying
Versus call you.
I'm saying I want no. I didn't say that. It's bigger. It's not. It's like, hey, yo, Swizz and Timberland know that it's bigger than Verzuz. I'm not saying I want smoke with Eminem. I'm saying I want smoke with Eminem, him and him. Whoever. Bro, because niggas know. Like, I don't be... Again, I wasn't on Super Bowl because I'm not the safe choice. But what I'm saying is, if we gonna be clear, be very clear. And I told you the niggas, you and fucking Capone too.
Yes.
Don't.
You want to smoke with us?
See, no. I didn't say that. I said I was. All right, so look, Buster's Buster.
Yeah. You don't want to smoke with Buster.
No, I don't.
Nobody wants to smoke with
Buster. What I said, Buster, I love you. That's my brother. I don't ever want to smoke with Buster.
Yeah. But you saying you could go with Future?
No, I didn't say that either.
You said with Future?
Listen to me. What I said, this is what I'm saying. And I'm
kicking him with that liquor.
Put him in on the way.
You gotta pick him up and take him back.
Let the guy talk.
This is what I said. What I said is that, imagine you got CNN, right?
Right.
And for you kids don't know, that's Nori and his friend.
Capone.
It's Capone and
No,
Noriega.
I have no been a podcast.
Okay,
cool.
What? Compton, though. So look, what I'm saying is that you got you Capone and Nori, right. And you got Havoc and Prodigy, and you got motherfucking Flesh and Wish and Crazy Bone. You got the Bones, and you got all that, and you got Easy and NWA, and then you got all these niggas, these different niggas. You got Big, you got Pun, you got, you know what I'm saying? I'm still not a player, but I'm still a hater. You still a hater. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Punish Me. We can go album deep on Pun too. I'm a fan. When you got all these separate individual niggas, and then you have one nigga in his mama house, listening to all these niggas soaking up game, who one bar by one bar becomes these niggas, then I'm gonna circle around the block, pick Nori up and tell you, it ain't a nigga on this earth, with a microphone, underground, about to get his deal, his neighborhood just supporting him, his bitch like, go ahead, little poo-poo, you can do it. Those niggas all the way to the top, to Jay-Z and Nas that can fuck with me in this bag that I am right now, and I'm gonna get a motivation. You know, it's like I get this motivation to Ye, because that nigga is my Dre right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
You answered that very fast.
It's crazy that Ye did more for me in the last 2 weeks than Drake did for me my whole career. And it's not, it's what it is. And so that nigga got me inspired. And Ye gonna tell you, nigga, you got me inspired. Nigga, I watched Ye yesterday tell Elon Musk, like, Game the one that got me inspired. Nigga, this is Elon Musk. He making.
Yeah, so we see some of that clip there. I mean, the Game, he did waffle on for a bit, but giving a lot of credence to Kanye West.
Niggas expect me to be so.
And, you know, disregarding to in some aspects, you know, his tenure and stuff with Dre. I mean, what do you think? Some people say that I should say, the Game kind of known for biting the hand that feeds him in a sense. Could we potentially see that with Ye? Or, you know, do you think he vindicated for his remarks towards Dr. Dre and Interscope?
Man, I want to touch on the fact of the Eminem shit. What is he supposed to say? Like, oh, Eminem will fuck me up, or you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is men. At the end of the day, bring it on. Bring the challenge on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
I don't think he was even saying that no other rapper could mess with him. I mean, that's his personal opinion, but
you supposed to think that. Niggas can't fuck with me. I say the same shit. I'm like, nigga can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas that's out there rapping, but it ain't a lot of MCs that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you supposed to bow down to a motherfucker? Like, nah, we men. Like, I can fuck with you. What's happening? Like, I can fuck with it. You know, I think it'll be a good thing. I think it'll be good for hip hop. I think that'll bring hip hop back. I think it'll bring a lot of shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers like, ooh, like, you know what I mean? Like, you see the little battles that you be seeing, like, on these commercials and shit. They be having the battles where girls be battling girls, dudes be battling each other for shit, and it's cool. But a lot of this shit, a lot of that battle rhyming and all that, a lot of that shit is it's like bitten, and niggas be taking other niggas' styles, and sometimes some of the styles they be having, I don't even get a lot of the shit. I'm used to the real battle, and like when niggas be talking about a nigga style and talk about him exactly, like for real, not like some
direct, like, making it plain what they can see.
Right, not the innuendos, like none of that bullshit. Like, I'm talking about they all in each other's face and all that shit. Hip hop is competitive and all that shit. Nigga, you stay right there, you stay a distance, I stay right here. All that getting in each other's face and shoulder bumping niggas and all that type of shit. Nigga, fuck around and get your ass whacked doing that shit. But as far as the Game and as far as talking about with Dr. Dre and all of them, you know, I'm not throwing no shade. I speak my mind. I say what I want to say. You know, from a person that was up there at Dre and Em's camp, Dre is a expert engineer, producer. He is ultimate. He is top. You feel what I'm saying? But I also see some of the things that make me question some of the accolades that he gets. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's taking away nothing from Dr. Dre. I'm just saying that. I like to say that. Nobody's taking nothing away from Dr. Dre. He's a mogul. He is an innovator. He's all of that what he say. But what I do say from a person that I don't go by what other people are saying about another person till I see for myself. And I was a person that was a fly on the wall, that was at Dre and Em's camp after when he first had it, you know, and I seen a bunch of producers up in there, which if you really look at it, you know, Dr. Dre, you can't really sit and do all these beats and do all this shit and then still be Dr. Dre. It's hard for him to do that, you know, to be in the studio, maybe like, you know, like how he was when he first started grinding until now. Now he's a billionaire, you know, so that comes with a whole bunch of interviews, flying here and flying there. So you may not have all the time to be in the studio to record all these beats and mix and master. That's what you have people there for. Like, it's one of his main people that I don't know if he fucks with him still, but when I was around, Dre used to fuck with Seagal. You know what I'm saying? With the engineer. and he did beats too. Mexican, dope as fuck. Been with Drake for years. You know, saw a lot of producers when I was up there, like Mailman, Stu, Butter, and a host load of other people, National, different people when I was up there. You know, so I saw that the shit that Tupac was talking about was he saying that Dr. Dre takes long to do shit. Dr. Dre takes other producers and put their name on it as co-producers, as he put himself as the main producer. It's a bunch of shit that was going on, you know what I mean? But still in all, to even hold that type of weight, to even do all these type of shit, to have it all come together, you still have to have put that work in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take nothing away from Dr. Dre. Salute.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And you know, when we look at the game and just his I guess his significance in the rap game, excuse the pun, and just in the West Coast and that, do you think that he doesn't get the, you know, the credit he deserves, or do you think he reaches sometimes too much for wanting to be held in a higher hip hop regard than he probably is?
Well, you know, when people don't know you, and you come out with dope ass songs, motherfuckers gonna gravitate toward you. Especially from the West, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got some funk in your shit, you on fire, but sometimes you can lose all of that on how you act in person, or act in the streets, or act out when you out at the clubs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It gets around fast. Motherfuckers talk about all this niggas a lot on it. There's nothing worse than when you love a motherfucker music and when you meet him in person, you be like, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel a lot of that shit is. Game may have rubbed a couple of people the wrong way, or the little case that he had with the little bitch where he's supposed to grab her own girl ass and then show up for court. It's a lot of that shit. A lot of that shit adds up to it. Not saying that's what it is. So I'm just saying maybe that's what it was. You know what I mean? You rubbed an executive the wrong way, or slapped somebody, or you know, anything could happen to make your notoriety go down. You know, nobody's perfect. Motherfucker might
Yeah,
have some
I
drunk
think Tommy
moments.
Brown saying that the game would get cooked by Eminem. I'm assuming she mean the game, not just from the racial standpoint, but yeah, she said that Ninja would get cooked.
He may have. That's the whole thing about this shit. You never know who may come out on top. Everybody makes a determination. You feel what I'm saying? On who they think may win, but you never know until it goes down. You know what I mean? A game is not like game is whack. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
not like
bet you the
Eminem was
game would
whack.
have a running chance. I mean, the game ain't no slouch, but I mean,
Hell no.
he ain't as technical in a different capacity, but then he technical in a different capacity. But I mean, what I did notice in the interview when he was talking about Eminem's rapping, he kind of went like, you know, Eminem do that, like he kind of, you know, made a
Yeah.
little light of him style. But so it would be interesting to see, you know, Game got some big songs out there. M got some big songs. I know they got a whole maybe different set, complete sets of audiences. You know, so it'll be interesting. I think you know, maybe Game should convince his newfound friend Ye to get involved, man. I think he should convince Ye to do it. I think
You
that'll
know,
be. I think that would be interesting. Ye versus L.
it's hard. It's hard, man, because when you're an MC, a real true MC, it's two things that you gotta really focus on: your craft, how dope you are, how different you can be than the other MC, and at the same time, at the end of the day, with the fans and with the people who really, they may be consumers of rap, they may really be intricate to looking into the MC or who they are, how dope they are, but at the end of the day, this shit is all about selling fucking records. That's what this shit is about, it's selling records. And so you have to hold that down. You could be a dope MC as far as on some freestyle shit, but I'd rather be the MC that can go in the studio and create songs and generate network and build tours off of the shit that I'm saying and the words that's making everybody run and gravitate towards buying my record. That's what I feel like the dopest MC is. The person that hold they shit down when it comes to the street, and you out in the street, you at the clubs, motherfuckers, they gonna try it. If you say you dope and you about your music and you about your lyrics, motherfuckers gonna run up on you. They gonna test you. It's gonna people that's gonna come up to I feel like the dopest people in the world, the dopest MCs in the world are unheard yet.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree with some of that. I mean, that's why I find it choice. I know the game. He made some statements on there saying he used think even some of the dope people that might think they're dope out there underground. They ain't messing with him in the bag that he in right now. So be interested to hear what music he gonna come with, cause that's definitely some big talking stuff right there. You know what I mean? But even in picking up from what you're saying and stuff, you know, I think it will be interesting. My ears are open to hear just what Verzuz is gonna put on the table this year and stuff. I think is gonna be dope. We see some dope battles and stuff last year. I think this year will be good to carry that forward, in the culture and stuff like that too. So looking at this, what do you think of 50 Cent? He made a little statement apparently towards the game, or he reposted something where the game had said, Ye's done more for me in 2 weeks than Dr. Dre for my entire career. So 50 put the popping eyes open, said, huh, what happened here? So you think the game of 50 they could ever see any resolution to their conflict in the game and make some peace
I
and
think
stuff?
so.
Or you think it's all just like a big act for the media and stuff? Because
Nah. They shit is real. They shit is real. I feel like if you really look at the history of all the people who have beefs with each other, like the people that have beef with each other make the dopest music. I think 50 and Game, they gonna talk. They've seen each other. They gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
I mean,
battle of the ego right
Whack
now.
100 come out with something recently where he made claims that the game was behind writing 50 Cents What Up Gangsta Son.
I believe that. I believe that. I mean, from a nigga like me going to New York back and forth since I was young, I seen the evolution of the Bloods and the Crips. I had some partners in Atlanta. That was some Sue Whoops, and they was from Inglewood, and they got bust on in front of Magic City, right by Magic City, by some Brooklyn Crips. And I seen this shit coming. Really, in actuality, I seen the Bloods coming to New York like 90. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Like 1990, 91, 92, 93, 94. That's when they came. And so uh the streets control rap. The streets control hip hop. The streets control that shit. And so I seen the Bloods coming in. I believe that 50 being around Game, of course, you're gonna have certain conversations and certain talks, sharing stories about East Coast shit, West Coast shit, that 50 seen in the streets, that niggas was about that. How they gangbang in New York is different than how they gangbang in LA. They got like different signs and different shit. I used to try to tell them, man, don't bring that shit here, man. Leave that shit at home. Leave that shit. I didn't come out to New York for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's real thick and I feel like they fed off each other, but they ego separated the ego.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I know a lot of people speak about the G Unit legacy sometimes, or how bigger it could have been. It sort of faded out after the game in a sense. They kept it going a little bit. Had Kid, a few different people come in or whatever, but I think when the game went against them, it kind of shut things down from at that point. Them and
it did.
After that,
it did.
Went the same for even Banks and Yayo and the rest of them. Buck, everybody all kind of fizzled out.
I believe a lot of that shit. It was a lot of that shit. I believe 50 was taking a lot of the money. He created the shit. He did though. He created it, and I do believe what he said. Game wanted his position. He wanted his position. He wanted to be boss. Who don't want to be boss? You don't want to be boss. You want to be a working nigga? You know what I'm saying? You want to be the underlings? You know what I'm saying? You want to be the Tito's and Jermaine's? Other shit? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like everybody must play their position in due time. Everything comes to certain people when they wait or they plan for it, And so he fell out. He was young. You got to realize the niggas was young at the time. The niggas is older now. So, sometimes when you older, you get set in your ways more too. So I don't know, man. I feel like Game has grown up a little bit. He recognizes, sees what's going on. 50 still on his shit. He's rich. He don't gotta do nothing he don't want to. He don't gotta commend or coincide with motherfuckers if he don't want to. If he chooses not to. But I feel like it'll be good for hip hop to show unity and togetherness than separatism.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Speaking of which, you checked out that game on Kanye West?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I mean, quite an interesting pairing. They have a new single out entitled Easy, some say in reference to Kim Kardashian West. The video features some digital animated technology with Pete Davidson being buried alive and stuff like that, which people thought was a nice, cool touch. And they've continued a verbal assault online against Pete, labeling him Skeet Davidson. And yeah, hopefully they don't get flagged for like online bullying or anything like that.
Yeah, man. You know, you make fun of it, man. He's still hurt. He can't believe it. But you know, at the end of the day, he's talking about a non-rapper, a person that doesn't rap. So of course Kanye's gonna win, you know, and people gonna have something to talk about. But he's just going through it, man. He just didn't realize, you know, that's why I said most of this shit in hip hop, most of everything, if you really realize it, if you really look real good, this shit is on ego. You can have any bitch you can have any bitch in the world that you want. It's about the one that you can't get, or you had and you can't get again. It's like when you live this life, you as a rapper, it's not about the bitches that you fuck, it's that you remember. It's the ones that you remember is the one you didn't.
Church.
Message.
Church.
Tabernacle. Church. I'm trying to tell them they don't understand. They don't understand what I'm trying to tell them. And so see now I done fucked it all up because now all the girls go, oh, the motherfucker want to remember me. I'm not gonna give him no pussy. I'm just
you opening up some layers with them now.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, man.
But yeah, no, it is a hefty game. It's a hefty game, and it comes with obviously, as we say and as we see, different dynamics and stuff like that too. Do let us know any thoughts, obviously in the comments and stuff like that. What you guys think? I mean, in context of the battle, I should say. You know, if it's something you'd want to see, what winners you'd take. I know you probably get a lot of people saying that they probably want to see Game of 50 instead, or this person or that person instead. But you know, we'll be interested to see. You know, the year's kicked off. I don't think we've had any big verses and stuff for this year so far. Anyway, they had I think an R&B one not too long ago, so we're waiting to see, you know, the next big hip hop one that they can pull in. Hopefully, it'll be something dope for the culture and that too. You know.
Right. Something groups that everybody remembers. You know what I'm saying? Bone Thugs was perfect because, you know, they still bridge the gap for the old and somewhat the new because, you know, Crossroads, you know, they have real big songs. You know, I can't wait. You know, that they can do the verses forever because hip hop is so fucking huge. You can do a verse forever, man. Like with certain MC Light against, you know what I'm saying, or Souls of Mischief against, you know, whatever group it has all the group members. Nobody can't be dead or nothing. You know, unless the group member that's dead, he didn't have a whole bunch of lyrics on the shit. The Tribe Called Quest was perfect. You know, Jungle Brothers against, you know what I mean. That's the vibe I've been on lately. I bump all hip hop. I've really been on like Tribe Called Quest, and De La Soul. I've been on Poor Righteous Teachers. I've been on Def Jeff and Soul Brothers and all that type of shit. Big up to all them groups, you know.
That's what's up. You know, I've been knocking you know, Houdini a lot lately as well. You know, rest in peace to Ecstasy. You know,
Right, for real.
So yeah, definitely you can't beat the classics. So we gotta get the homie Special Led on at some point. We gotta say peace to Special Led as well too.
Yeah, big up to my dude, man. Big up to that nigga Ed. I was a fan of Ed, and then all of a sudden I met him, and then we become hella cool, to where like Special Ed, I've done like monumental shit with Special Ed. Like Like I'll go to North Carolina where he stay at, and this motherfucker will be like, Floss, you going to church with me today? I'm like, what? The motherfucker take me to church, and I'm talking about one of the old school churches, the old Baptist, in the heat of the night type of churches, and women be up in there turning around like, it's that special man. I'm like, pay attention to God, bitch. Bitch, keep your mind on God. But yeah, man, I got a lot of good memories with special ed, and then he'll take me around like Kwame, and then he'll take me around like Chub Rock and Dana Dane and all that type of shit. Like this shit be bugged out, man. Like, cause we big fan. I'm huge fans of hip hop and especially that era. And so him to take me around Chub Rock and a big up to that nigga Chub Rock too.
Chub Rock, man, I was
And
brother.
he'd be like, "You're too young to be pumped in a casket." You know what I'm saying? Like I sit up there and watch him perform in North Carolina at a club, McBoney's out there. I think that's what it's called, McBoney's out there in North Carolina in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? And Chub Rock, it was so funny, man, because I asked Ed, I was like, yo, do he drink? We fuck with bitches? Like, what he do? He's like, he don't do nothing. All he do is go perform, he get his money, he go back to the hotel, he get his happy ass on the plane, and that nigga go right back to New York, right? So I seen him, you know what I'm saying? We was chilling. Chub Rock had a Heineken and everything. I was so I got to meet them. I got to meet all of them when they came to the Orleans out here in Vegas. I was on stage with them, Kwame and Dana Dane, especially Dana Dane. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? All the drug dealers that I knew growing up, and they cutlasses in LA and shit, low riders and all that, they be bumping Nightmares in the Night, Nightmares, and all that shit, all Dana Dane's classics. So big up to the old school, the true school.
Yep, the originators, man. And with that being said, definitely those that laid the foundation down for the illustrious hip hop culture and stuff, and continue to. So we want to see where things go with just the music and stuff nowadays. We want to encourage the same kind of positive energy and creativity that we've seen prior. And see a dope continuation of that, man. So we definitely want to say peace to everybody out there. Check us out.
And y'all make
Go
sure
ahead, bro.
y'all share and like. Y'all share and like this channel. We may not be talking about all the messy shit that everybody else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Stirring up a whole bunch of shit. But we talk about black awareness, togetherness, and being unified together and talking about good music and not the buffoonery and shenanigans. Sometimes it's cool to listen to that shit, but I rather listen to something that's talking about positivity and moving forward, putting our people on. You know what I mean? So y'all sharing channel, man, about that online. Real though.
No doubt, man. That's a bet, man. Y'all keep tapped in, and we're gonna keep doing our bits and tuning y'all in with these updates and give our slice on what's going on in the game and stuff, as well as dropping that hot new music and content and stuff. So we definitely want to say big ups to Los Angeles, big ups to the family out there on the West, in LA, Vegas, all around. Tapping in from the UK, and we want to say shouts out to the UK family. London, Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds, Coventry, all those places, everybody tapped in, Lincoln, and definitely peace and family. We're gonna be back soon. Let us know your thoughts in the comments in regards to the hip hop news. We're gonna tap y'all back in soon. Check out the website. We got the Death Row review. We got some new information coming up soon on Death Row Records and stuff. So stay connected, and we're gonna be back with y'all. Peace.